The galaxy was old. Empires had risen and fallen, but one truth had remained. Power belonged to the Galactic Council. It was an alliance of the strongest civilizations, a union that ruled through fear and control. Their fleets numbered in the Teu. Millions, their weapons could reduce entire planets to ash, and their spies kept every species silent. Among the countless races they governed, there was one name they had buried, one species they erased from their records: humanity. Long ago, humanity had stood defiant against the Council's rule, but after brutal wars and overwhelming force, Earth was declared destroyed. The Council had told the galaxy that humans were wiped out, scattered dust among the stars. Most believed the tale. But whispers persisted, carried through smugglers, mercenaries, and old veterans who claimed, "Humanity is not gone, they wait in the dark." The Council laughed at such rumors. To them, humanity was a ghost, nothing more. That belief would soon shatter. Deep in the silent reaches of space, hidden inside the ruins of a collapsed star system, a ship stirred. It was enormous, larger than any dreadnought of the Council. Its hull was black as midnight, absorbing light instead of reflecting it. Every line of its design spoke of human engineering. Brutal, efficient, and terrifyingly beautiful, it was called the Horizon's Wrath. For decades it had slept while its crew waited for the right moment. Its captain, Admiral Elias Cade, stood, alone on the command bridge. His eyes were tired, his uniform worn, but his voice was steady. "Status?" he asked. "All systems green, Admiral," replied Commander Rena Sol, his second in command. "Weapons are charged. Cloak is stable. The galaxy has no idea we are here." Cade stared at the galaxy map before him. Red marks filled the stars. Council, fleets, Council outposts, Council chokeholds on freedom. He clenched his fists. "They thought they erased us," Cade whispered. "But humanity remembers. And today, the shadows burn away." Meanwhile, on the glittering capital world of the Council, the ruling species gathered in their grand chamber. Towering aliens in jeweled robes spoke with voices full of arrogance. The rumors of human survival spread again, hissed a counselor with scales of gold. Merchants speak of ghost ships, and colonists whisper of a black warship sighted at the edge of the Orion Spur. Laughter shook the chamber. "Humans?" Another scoffed. "Extinct vermin. Even if a ship exists, it cannot stand against us. Our fleets are infinite." But one elder counselor did not laugh. His massive eyes blinked slowly. "You do not understand. Them. I fought humans once. They are different. They endure when others surrender. If a warship exists..." He was cut off by the Supreme Chancellor's booming voice. "Then it will be crushed like all the others. The Council fears no ghosts." The Horizon's Wrath emerged from the shadows like a beast from a nightmare. Its cloak dropped, and the void around it shivered with power. The Council's outpost ahead, an armed fortress guarding a trade route, was massive, defended by a fleet of destroyers. "Target acquired," Commander Sol said. Admiral Cade's eyes hardened. "Fire." The ship roared. Human weaponry, thought lost forever, lit the stars. Rail cannons spat molten metal at impossible speed, tearing ships apart like paper. Plasma lances carved through shields, and swarms of drones moved like a storm of knives. The Council fleet barely had time to react. In minutes, everything was wreckage drifting in silence. Cade's crew stared at the screens. Some smiled through tears. Others whispered prayers. "Message to all survivors," Cade ordered. His voice was cold, heavy with centuries of grief. "Tell your masters, humanity has returned." The survivors fled in terror, carrying the message the Council had long feared. The news ripped through the galaxy like wildfire. Colonists on distant worlds cheered in secret. Slaves whispered of freedom. Old veterans who had once fought against humans told their children the stories they had buried. The humans are back. In the Council chamber, panic replaced arrogance. Fleets were mobilized, planets fortified. Billions of credits were poured into defense. But fear grew faster than preparation. For every system they locked down, another reported mysterious attacks. Council ships destroyed with no survivors. Stations left in ruins, always with the same haunting mark left behind, a burning symbol of Earth carved into metal. The Supreme Chancellor growled before the council. It is one ship. One. Find it. Crush it. But deep down, every counselor knew the truth. It was not just one ship. If one warship had survived, then others might be waiting. The council finally cornered the Horizon's Wrath near the Veil Nebula. Hundreds of ships surrounded it, cruisers, carriers, dreadnoughts, a trap designed to end the human ghost once and for all. On the bridge, alarms blared. Commander Sol turned to Admiral Cade. "We are outnumbered 1,000 to 1. Orders?" Cade stood tall, his voice calm. "Orders, we fight. Humanity has always fought." The crew straightened, fear hardening into resolve. Every one of them knew this might be their last stand, but they also knew this. If they died, the galaxy would remember that humans did not die quietly. The battle began. The Horizon's Wrath danced through the stars. Its black hull slid between enemy lines, shredding ships with precision strikes. Its railguns thundered, its plasma beams screamed, and its drones cut swaths through the enemy like blades through cloth. But the Council's numbers were endless. Wave after wave came crashing down. The ship shook, hull plating melted, shields flickered, smoke filled the bridge. Still Admiral Cade stood, refusing to fall. "Hold the line. Humanity does not break." And then, at the height of chaos, something impossible happened. From the shadows of the nebula, more ships appeared. Black hulls, human design, warships long hidden, long silent, now rising together. A fleet. The Council fleets faltered as the human armada emerged, cannons blazing. The Horizon's Wrath was not alone. The Council's trap became their tomb. Their fleets burned in the nebula's light as human warships tore through them. For every Council dreadnought, 10 human guns answered. For every squadron, a human strike, ripped it apart. At last, silence fell. Wreckage drifted among the stars. On the Horizon's Wrath, Admiral Cade looked out over the ruined battlefield. His voice was steady, heavy with history. "They called us extinct. They erased our name. But humanity does not die. We endure. We rise. And we strike back." Across the galaxy, survivors carried tales of the battle. Entire civilizations trembled. For the first time in centuries, the Council felt fear, because they understood the truth. This was only the beginning. Humanity had returned, and they were the Galactic Council's worst nightmare.